doctor is a marathon runner, and she is in Africa on vacation. She is beginning to experience shortness of breath, some chest pressure, and cold flashes. She thinks that she's just coming down with something, no big deal, but she decided to go to the doctor anyway, so she went to the hospital. And they too thought that she had the flu because of her symptoms and her age. But after doing some tests, they discovered that she had a heart attack. She was only 22 years old and was very healthy prior to this. According to the American Council on Science and Health, they say that it doesn't matter your age, you can still have a heart attack depending on environmental factors and also past history, family history. A heart attack is when there is a blockage in the artery, and it can be caused by fat, by cholesterol, just different things can build up. I have a little slideshow here, and this is an artery with some fat on the outside of it. It's starting to build up, and as it builds, as it builds, you can see that it breaks the inner lining of the blood vessel, and it just continues to build and slowly cuts off the circulation. And this is where it's completely blocked. There's no blood getting to the heart, and you can see this purple area is actually dead heart muscle, and that is considered a heart attack, or also called a myocardial infarction if you're in a hospital or your doctor states that. It's the same thing. A heart attack, according to the American Heart Association, every 43 seconds somebody in the United States has a heart attack. It is considered the #1 killer in the United States. That is why it is very important to know the signs and symptoms of a heart attack, because it can reduce your chances of death. Because you can get to the hospital quicker, there's less heart tissue that is killed in the process. In my speech, I'm going to be discussing the signs and symptoms of men and women because they are different. And a lot of times with women, they don't realize they're having a heart attack, they don't get there, and they'll die because of it. Men, according to Dr. Melissa Conrad Stupler, men experience chest pain, jaw pain, a toothache, a headache, shortness of breath, and also vomiting, sweating, and arm pain, which can be either on the right side or the left or both. The majority of the time, the arm pain is on the left because your heart is closer to the left side of your body, so it just kind of radiates on that side. With women, they can have the same symptoms, but they're less most of the time. They're not as severe. And according to an article I read called Heart Attack Symptoms in Women, women experience shortness of breath, pressure in the lower chest and upper abdomen area, so around right here, and fainting, dizziness, and fatigue. A lot of times, women will think that they're just having acid reflux or the flu because of where the pain is located. They think that they just have an upset stomach or some acid coming up or something like that. And that is why heart attacks are the #1 killer in women, because they don't get to the hospital quick enough due to them thinking it's something simple like acid reflux. Knowing the signs and symptoms are important because the quicker you get to the hospital, the less likely you are to die. And also to know if you have any family history, it's also important because if you're a woman and you are experiencing these less severe symptoms, then you might get to the hospital, your aunt or somebody else has had a heart attack in the past. Another thing that can cause a heart attack is smoking, so you should stop smoking. And being overweight can cause it as well, so controlling your diet and also exercising is important according to Dr. Micah Goldberg. And what you should do if you see somebody having a heart attack or see somebody experiencing these symptoms, you should call 911 immediately, because the sooner you can get emergency services out there to give you that emergency treatment, the less severe your heart attack is going to be. If they have nitroglycerin, which is often given to people that have heart problems, give them the nitroglycerin immediately. Also, if they go into cardiac arrest, they have no pulse, start CPR as soon as possible. And that is according to Lexa Lee in her article on what to do when someone has a heart attack. With people that have multiple heart attacks, there are certain symptoms that they may have the first time that they don't have the second time. So to know all of the symptoms of a heart attack is important, because one time you might have chest pressure and you know to go to the hospital, but the next time you might just have left arm pain and shortness of breath and not know that it's that severe of a situation. So that is why it is important to know the signs and symptoms.